guys, today is September 9th, 2020. I'm Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop. We are Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube. This is our Flosstube channel that talks all about cross stitch. I have a ton of stuff to show you today. What I wanted to start with is our charity stitch along for 2021. So here it is. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to put it on the table so that you can see it more up close. So every year at Fat Quarter Shop, we do a charity quilt along. So we decided last year to add cross stitch to that mix. Starting in February 2021, there will be 7 releases. So they're for each row. And then that is going to release on the 1st and the 15th of each month. The stitch count of the piece is 100 by 116. We finished this frame from Hobby Lobby. The SKU is 1799618. Priscilla Blaine of Stitching with the Housewives finished this for us. Look at the beautiful bow. Look, Priscilla, we fluffed the bow. The fabric we used right here is Spring Brook by Yoder. Our quilt that goes with this uses the Yoder fabric. And I'm going to talk a little bit about raising money. We're trying to raise $50,000 for Make-A-Wish. The money goes directly to Make-A-Wish. And right now we're already at $2,000 and we haven't even started 2021. So we would love for you to donate. Our suggested donation is $15 for the use of the pattern. So it's a completely free pattern. We just ask that if you're going to stitch it, we would love for you to use the link that we have at the top of the description box to Make-A-Wish. Now, when we stitched, Cheryl stitched this. She stitched it on 14 count navy by Witchell. This will be in stock in November. Now remember, you can't even start this until February. So a lot of this stuff is on order. We just wanted to show it early in case we could get some donations up. But this is navy 14 count Witchell. And she stitched it using Weeks Dye Works. Sorry, she used DMC. This is our DMC pack, so very simple. You can pick your own colors if you're interested. The DMC thread pack is in stock. And then Weeks Dye Works, if you wanted to use fancy floss, this would be your fancy floss. It's a very simple stitch. We wanted to do something that was representative of the quilt to tie it together. But you can see the difference in the fancy floss. Now remember, when you buy fancy floss or DMC, the colors are not going to be the same. That's just the way thread is. So it will just be a little bit different. So that is how Weeks looks. We would love for you to donate. Again, this starts in February. And here is our sheet that has all of the requirements. This is on the blog right now. So our blog is the Jolly Jabber. And we do list on here the link to go to Make-A-Wish so that you can donate to our campaign. Our campaign benefits children in Central and South Texas. We also have some other things for sale that go with it. They're just not here yet. So we're going to also have a project bag, a needle minder, and a charm. So we'll show you all of that later, and we'll show you this in more detail later when we have more. We just wanted to start showing what we're going to have for 2021 so that you can kind of put this on your schedule, leave time for it in February, and again, each week you just do 1 row, and it's totally doable. So let me know if y'all have any questions on Make-A-Wish or this program. Again, it's called Serendipity, and it is benefiting Make-A-Wish. The pattern will be completely free. We just asked for a $15 donation.
Lori Holt says, good morning from beautiful Utah. Good morning, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
And then Alba Padin says, hello from Spain. First time I joined live. Thanks for these videos. You guys are the best.
Thank you. I wonder what time it is there.
Yes, let us know what time it is in Spain right now. Let's see. Betty Lee said, Kimberly, do you have the full collection of DMC floss?
I do. I have 2 full collections actually. And when COVID is over, I'm going to do a more in-depth video at my house with everything I have and just go really slow through everything. I've done a video on it before, but my mom bought me 2 full collections like before Emma was born. So she's 13. So it's like 14 years old. So I have 1 full collection that I don't touch and then 1 full collection that I pull from. And do you need that much thread? No. I'm a little crazy.
Let's see, from Deborah O'Keefe, good morning. Thank you, Fat Quarter Shop, for your excellent customer service. Sue and Terry, bravo. Oh, it's Sue and Terry, and then bravo.
Thank you.
And then when does the pattern release, the free pattern?
February 1st. So it will start February 1st, and the 1st and the 15th, the pattern will release, and it will be 7 different releases. And we are thinking about getting Priscilla to do a video on how she finished it. So maybe by then COVID will be over and she can come and film finishing mine exactly the same way as she did this one. So we'll have an extra frame. And that frame again is just from Hobby Lobby, and she has everything on top of the frame. It's not set inside the frame.
Let's see. Alba says it's 4 p.m. in Spain.
Oh,
that's nice. It's a little afternoon show over there.
That's nap time.
It's nap time in Spain.
Yes.
Thanks for watching us during your nap time. From Raylene Cheruby, they said hello from Australia. And what colors would you recommend if I used a lighter background other than the blue?
I think you could do white, but you would have to change some of the colors. So I would kind of just, if you're going to do a different color, maybe a different, you could do brown, but you would have to change a couple of the colors because the yellow is a lighter yellow and the cream would not pop up. And our quilt, which you can see on our quilting channel, will be shown on Friday, and that has a navy background, which is why we did a navy. We tried to have the quilt and the cross stitch similar, so if you wanted to, decorate a room and just have them in the same genre, the same family, it's just like a big program that all goes together.
All right, and I'm not seeing any more questions at the moment, but we did have a super chat from Valeria Bauer for $19.99.
Thank you.
Thank you, Valeria. And Valeria put the little dancing hat pair that says, you are amazing. It's kind of like this.
Thank you.
All right.
So I wanted to show you Stitch-Tober. So we found this bucket at Hobby Lobby. And I have all of my Stitch-Tober projects in here. So first I'm going to talk about what Stitch-Tober is, and then we're going to go through everything that I have planned for this year. So this is something that Lori Holt and I do together every year. It is a way to stitch fall in the month of October. This year I kind of got a little crazy and I'm doing it 45 days instead of 30. And the reason why is I just could not decide on what I wanted to do, and I really I was not willing to cut any of the projects that I loved, so I just extended the day because it's Stitch-Tober, it's Lori and I's, and we can do whatever we want to do. So we are doing 45 days. Last year we just did 1 project, so from 2019 to 2020 Lori and I got a little crazy, and that's okay. So I'm going to show you what I am going to be stitching for Stitch-Tober. And again, it's 45 days, and my goal on this is to really finish projects. So I'm giving myself each day enough to where I think I can actually finish. So I've broken up 6 or 7 projects so that at the end I have 6 or 7 projects done. Now you can do your Stitch-Tober however you plan it. So you can stitch 1 project, you can do 10 days, 30 days, 45 days, you can do whatever you want to do. So Stitch-Tober, just make it your own. We're just encouraging you to stitch fall. So I will start with how I plan everything. So the first thing that I do is I have my cross stitch journal, and I like to do the cross stitch journal because it keeps me organized. I'm somebody that really needs to have something set each day because I like to work with to-do lists, and so I can check off each day as I finish. So you can see that I have gone through, I have filled out everything that I'm going to be working on. And what's great about this book is when you forget what you did 6 months ago, you can go back and see. So you're going to see later today, I started working on something and I could not remember what I did. So I found my previous book and I had all my notes. So this is a way to keep organized. Now, not everybody wants to be this organized, and not everybody wants to buy this book. So we're giving you a second option that's free. This is a free chart that you can download. There's an October and a November, and of course this has all my info in it. But when you download the free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop, it will not have all this. I'm just showing you that you can get this, download it, fill it in yourself, and you don't have to buy the book. So it kind of depends. We wanted to kind of give something for each person's personality, and this is free. This you would buy. I'm just doing it. I'm going to go more with the journal, but I do have this, and I'm going to hang this up on my bulletin board in my office so that if I can't remember, I can just look up there. So it's, I know it's a little over organized, but that's just kind of how my mind works, and I get more accomplished if I do things that way. So here's kind of my summary, and I'm going to show you each of my projects. So the very first project I have in this cute little bag, the bag is by Christie's Crosshatch Quilts. Sorry, on Instagram. Lori bought it for me. So I'm going to pull everything out of the bag and then talk about kind of what I'm doing. So this is Overcast 25 count, and it's Lori Holt's fabric, and I've already cut it down. I serged the edges, and this is the size that I need for my project. It is going to look just like this. So Lily's going to show this. This is what it's going to look like finished. Sorry. Yeah, so that I'm going to make it exactly the same way as our sample was made. Lori is also going to make this. And with this, you can download now this free mix and match chart. The chart is just for the borders, and then we let you know what Lori picked to go in each. Now you can make it your own, and we did see somebody who finished already, and she changed this star, which was totally awesome. So you can make it your own. We list DMC colors, and you take little sections. So set F, we used all 4, and we used the flower from set D, the hot chocolate from C, the quilt block from A, and we do have a thread pack. We have a couple in stock, and there will be more. Everything that we sell out of, we will be getting more. There is a thread shortage right now. So on this one, I am working on this for 10 different days. What I'm doing is the border will be 1 day, and then for 9 days I'm doing a block. So this will be 10 of my 45 days. And the reason I did it that way is I really want to be able to actually finish a block during the week that I said I would finish. So that is my first project that I picked for Stitch-Tober. Again, Lori Holt is the designer. The next item that I picked is Fright Night. So this is a Fat Quarter Shop design. We have a charm, and this is my needle minder I'm using. So here's my bag. I've already put all of my thread on my floss bitties. These are brand new Halloween floss bitties, and they will be available in about the very end of September. Around September 23rd is when they're supposed to arrive. This is just my extra floss. So what we did is there are some extra skeins that you need. So I just started with my original. These are my extras. And this is what your floss bitties will look like. There are 20 floss bitties in each pack. And I am stitching with 14 count hazy gray dyed effect by Fabric Flair. This is the same fabric that Cheryl used, except different. So I'm going to show you right here. The 28 count is what Cheryl used to make the sample, and this is the same exact color, same exact manufacturer, but this is Aida. So when you get your fabric, they will look different, just because the different fabrics take the dye differently. These are screen printed, so it's not dyed, it's just screen printed. So the back is white, but you can see that Aida looks darker. I am stitching on the 14 count though, and the 14 count is a little bit darker than the linen. So that is what I will be stitching. Now with this, you can either choose from a DMC pack or a Weeks Dye Works pack. The DMC is not in stock yet. Okay, it is in stock. We have the canvas bag in stock. The needle minder and the needle minder is here, that is in stock. The charm is in stock, and the floss bitties are coming around September 23rd. Now on this one, there are 5 parts. This is a PDF. So if you buy this is a PDF. You pay a one-time fee, and on the Friday in October, you will get, there are 5 Fridays in October, you will get 1 part each Friday. So this is the first part. So this will be one of the days. And then each of the other sections, that as they come out, that will be another part of what I work on. So we have made it really nice so that it does spread it out for you. And if you want just the full pattern and you don't want to get the emails every Friday, you can just wait till it is over and buy it. It is all the same price. So that is my second project for Stitch-Tober. My next project is Trucking Along October. So I am in the club for Trucking Along, and I have done June, July, I think I've done May. I'm starting August, and I'm going to try to have August done this week and September done by the time that Stitch-Tober starts. So I got this kit, which is from Fat Quarter Shop. I am going to make October. This is by Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea. And the chart comes in 2 parts. There's a top banner and a bottom. I'm stitching mine as one piece, and you will see later in the show another one and how it looks. And I'm dividing this into 5 parts. I'm stitching on chalkboard black Witchell, and the way that I'm dividing mine is the top is 1 part, the left border is 1 part, 1 day, the right border is another day, the truck is another day, and the bottom is another day. So I've divided this into 5 parts so that at the end I will have this done. So that is Trucking Along October. And this cute little piggy bag is from Dot Dot Goose Designs on Etsy. It's my little piggy dog. My next one is also Stitching with the Housewives. Let me see, I'm going out of order. I want to show this one next instead. So this is November trucking along. So I'm doing October and November. I'm stitching both on the 14 count Witchell chalkboard black. I've divided this the same exact way. The top is 1 day. The left corn stalks is 1 day. The right is 1 day. The truck is 1 day, and the bottom is 1 day. So this will also be 5 days. So I will have 5 days to work on October and 5 days to work on November. I have put October more in the front of my plan. So I will be working on October, kind of the first part, and then I put all of November in the back at the end. So November will actually be stitched in November. October will actually be stitched in October. So that is trucking along, and you can see that what I'm doing is I'm incorporating things that I was already going to stitch into my Stitch-Tober, because then it helps me actually accomplish it. And then the next one is also stitching with the housewives. It is Calvin and Trixie. So they have a lot of Halloween patterns. There's Halloween/fall. There's at least 3 or 4. And I had a hard time picking between this one and another one. There's another Calvin one with a scarecrow, but I picked the Calvin and Clyde. So I picked Calvin and Trixie instead. I had to pick one. I am stitching with the Called For Classic Colorworks. And on this one, I'm also dividing it into 5. So I'm doing 1 day, 2 day, the top of the cat, and then the bottom of the, I'm doing the cat in 3 parts. So I'm doing the top, the middle, and the bottom. So this is also, I divided into 5 sections. It's kind of easy on their patterns to divide into sections, because they usually have kind of a border and a motif. So that is Calvin and Trixie. And again, I've already cut my fabric, serged, well not serged, but zigzagged the edge, and I'm ready to start stitching. And this is my little stitch bag that is our gingham on the go that I stitched with our cross stitch alphabet. The next item is, I'm very excited about. This is Let's Talk Autumn. It is a brand new series that Hands On Design is doing, and she will be doing all 4 seasons. So yesterday she sent an email to the cross stitch stores talking about her Christmas one, and we haven't seen a picture. In the email there wasn't a picture, but I'm very excited to do this. I am using DMC that's called for. I didn't change any of the colors, and this is 14 count. And what I'm doing, I'm actually doing 2 projects. So you're going to see I have 2 fabrics. I am going to stitch this. I have this divided up by rows. So like Harvest Blessings will be 1 day, Acorns and Gourds 1 day, Scarecrows and Acorns, you know, it's all divided by days so that I can get it done. And I'm also, the very last day on the 15th of November, I am going to stitch the pillow. And this came as a quilt kit at Fat Quarter Shop. So I bought the kit, and you can see in your kit you get a needle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this following the instructions inside, because she does provide, Kathy does provide the instructions. And I'm going to put some of Lori Holt's fall collection with it. So she had a fall collection. It's called Autumn Love. And I'm going to use Autumn Love on the right because I do think it matches. So this is 2 projects. And one of my favorite things to do is to stitch words. I don't know why, I just love to stitch words. So I'm very excited about this one, and this is one of the ones that It has so much going on. This is why we went into 45 days. Because I knew if I gave myself one section for this, that's too much for one day. So to be able to actually get something done, I divided it up more. And I do apologize, it is storming outside. So because it is storming, you're gonna hear some rain. So I apologize for that. This is another one that I'm super excited about. This is Autumn Typography by Sandra Workman of Pine Mountain Designs. And I changed the colors on this. And we will list the colors. Well, actually, we have a thread pack. So we're doing a thread pack. So if you want to stitch it just like me, you just get the thread pack. And I have changed, you can see I've changed the colors. I really wanted something a little bit, I want to call it like spring autumn. I didn't want it so brown, and this blue was a little bright for me. So I had fun picking this. I actually really am not great at picking floss. So I actually challenged myself to pick this all on my own with nobody's help, and then had then had people look at it to make sure it looked okay, and it did. So I was actually really proud of myself. This is, let me look in my book and I will tell you what fabric that I picked for it. It is 14 count water lily witchell, and I was going to go with lamb's wool, but then it was just too dark, so I went with water lily. And the great thing about that is it came in my Witchell Club, so I didn't have to buy anything. And this is our cute little project bag that is on our YouTube channel, and it does use our cross stitch alphabet. And my last project is Lori's second one. So this is Lori's Prim stitch bag. It is mesh, and you can actually cross stitch on it. Her new pattern is called Pumpkins for Sale. It is only available in pattern right now, but in 6 months it will be available in PDF. In the pattern, there are DMC colors listed and Weeks Dye Works listed. This is being stitched on Barley 25 count, and I'm going to make mine in Weeks Dye Works. The sample, which we can zoom in on a second, the sample is made using DMC. So I will kind of show you, well, I can actually pull these out. Well, no. So it's very similar. And we made our sample using DMC. I'm gonna stitch on Weeks Dye Works, and then that way you can see the difference and decide which one you like the best. And this is designed by Lori Holt. It is called Pumpkins for Sale, and uses her 25 count barley. And on this one, I'm dividing this up into 5 days, and Lori and I will be stitching these on this. We will be stitching Pumpkins for Sale and Mix and Match on the same day. So on our Instagram pages, you can look and see, you know, hers and mine. But I've divided this into pumpkins, sunflowers, scarecrow, the crows, and the sign. So that's how Lori and I decided to divide it. So this is what I'm stitching on in Stitch-Tober. I would love to answer any questions that you guys have about any of the items. I know it's a lot, so I would love to answer any questions that you have for me, and I can pull stuff out if you have more questions. But you can see that it's a lot, and it's a lot going on, and that's why having this is really helpful, because you can see that I had to turn to it a couple of times to remember what I did. But you know, for example, if I stitched this, well, after I stitch this, say in 2 years I'm in my house and I think, oh, I really love this, I would like to stitch another project on this fabric. Well, I'm not going to remember what I did yesterday, much less 2 years ago. So having the book is great, because then I can go back and look like I did yesterday, and then I can just keep those books all in the same spot. I've got 2 or 3 books completed now, and I just have to, the hard part is remembering what you stitched on that item and what book it's in. So let me know what questions you have, and if you're going to stitch along with Stitch-Tober, we'd love for you to comment and say what you're going to work on, how many projects you're going to do. Are you going to do more Halloween, more fall? I'd love to read about what you guys are going to do.
From Carol Johnson, will you do a Flosstube for every holiday?
We are going to be doing Flosstubes. We have one that's sewing. That's just going to be a generic pack. And we will have them to go with our PDFs that we do as the series. So if we do a Mania series, we will have one to match. And they will be a limited time, one-time run. So that's one thing that we're doing is we're going to print them. It's a one-time run, get it while we have it, and then we'll move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. That's kind of what we're going to do with our bags too, is everything's going to start being kind of a limited one-time run, because that way we can keep adding. If we keep everything we've ever had, we don't have anywhere to store it.
From Madeline Santiago, is it hard working on black?
Okay, so I think it's really easy to work on black, but you can see that the chalkboard black I use has a gray tint to it. There's no difference if I stitch on like a cream, a white, or a black. To me, it's all the same. For example, what I'm going to show you in a little bit, I stitched at the pool, and I stitched I think we were there 2 hours 45 minutes. See, I'm a little OCD. I do. You can tell that everything is very scheduled. But yes, we were at the pool, and I stitched a lot. I didn't have a light. I didn't have anything because I kind of feel embarrassed to take a big light to the pool. So yeah, I can stitch on black fine. A lot of people do have problems with black. So one thing you can do is you can put a white like pillow or a white blanket in your lap. One good thing is Lori Holt has a light box that is being reprinted and remade, and it's going to come in stock next year. So that is something that will help you, and it's cute because you don't want to have an ugly light box in your lap. So I do know that having a light box will help, and I'm actually going to try it when I get one.
Ooh. All right, from Sharon Hutchinson, how many days for Let's Talk Autumn?
6. 7. 7 with the pillow. So 6 from the big piece and 1 from the pillow. And if y'all want, we could put this in the community tab. Lily or Ashley can put this in the community tab, and you can see exactly what I listed by day. I will tell you, it took a couple hours to do this, just to figure out what I'm doing, but I wanted it to be realistic for what I can actually achieve, because I do work, just like I work 40 hours a week, so this is on top of what I have to do. So it needed to be realistic for my timetable. And now that I'm a taxi again, I have less time.
From Dot Dot Goose Designs in Nice, what fabric did you use for the Pumpkins for Sale pattern?
I used Barley 25 count Lori Holt vintage cloth. Okay. Ooh, I got an answer without looking.
Ooh. Lots of people are asking, what does it mean to stitch on 25 count, and do you do over 2 when doing 25?
So 25 is equivalent to 12.5 Aida. You stitch over 2. It's exactly the same, except you stitch over 2. It is very easy to see the holes, so I will stitch on 25 count Lugana. I will not stitch on 28 count Lugana, because at that point I just cannot see. I have very bad eyesight, and I literally cannot see the holes. So 25 count is great because it's a beginner if you wanted to move to something that is over 2 or something a little bit more advanced. And it's beautiful. And Lori has some new 25 count colors that are coming out. We should have them very soon, and we're going to get some samples of it, and we're going to put that on our coming soon page, but they will be coming in the next 1 to 2 months. She FaceTimed me Sunday night, and the colors are amazing. So I did buy a lot of it. So hopefully we'll have enough.
All right, from Myaja Osby, do you switch stitching methods within the same project, like Q-snap versus hand sewing?
So I am doing everything with stitching in hand. I did do Q-snaps the very 2 or 3 years ago when I first started, and I just found it too bulky. I was just, because every day when I come to work, I bring everything to work. When I go home, I take everything home, because if I have 5 minutes, I'm going to work on it. And I never know when I'm going to have 5 minutes extra, or if we have a lot of Zoom meetings, well, I can stitch while I'm on a Zoom meeting. If it's if I'm just trying to learn something, I don't have to, or if I'm at dance or whatever, I can just pick it up and go. And the Q snaps were getting too bulky, just too much, and Chelsea really motivated me when she came to visit, and she said, "You're Kimberly Jolly, you can do it." And so she really sat with me, and the fact that she said that to me, I was like, oh, well, I guess I can. It did take me quite a bit of time to get in the rhythm. It took me about three weeks to get like my tension right. But I can even stitch in hand with 10 count, which I know is very hard for some people. You just have to be patient.
From Missouri Stitcher, will you stitch Calvin in black floss on the black Aida?
Yes. And I can show you how that looks. It's this bag, right? I can show you how that looks. Because this black is got a gray tint to it. It's called chalkboard black, so it's not black. And if you put, and this is, oh, they did stitch on gray. Maybe I should move my fabric to not be black. I didn't even notice that. Maybe I might move my fabric. Yeah, you're right. I'll move my fabric.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good, yeah, thanks for telling me. Yeah, I will change it. I'll probably stitch it on, I'm glad you said something because I obviously wasn't paying attention. I will probably stitch it on, it will probably look better on something like this. So, oh my gosh, you just saved the day. Thank you. We will fix that today. I would have never even thought. Honestly, I just thought, oh, Priscilla and Chelsea, they use black. So I'm so glad you said something, because I probably would have stitched the whole border and then been like, wait, the black. Oh my goodness. So you saved the day. You know what? Email me, Kimberly@fatquartershop.com. I'm going to send you a gift card or something because you just saved the day. Tell me her name so I can look for it.
Yes,
because
I'll write it down.
You just saved me and Denise.
Woo. Yeah, when you said, yes, I'm stitching on black, I was like, really?
That is called a Kimberly moment, and that is called Kimberly has too much to do and she doesn't pay attention.
Oh.
And I honestly spent so much time just dividing the days and all of that sometimes I just rush when I do the rest. Mm-hmm. And I did want to let you know, Lori Holt is going to be stitching Stitch-Tober. She's going to approach it totally different than me. So I want to talk about kind of what I'm doing and how my mind works and what she's doing. So what I like to do is I like to stitch one project a day and then move to the next, because for me, that adds variety. It keeps my interest going, because if I get bored I'm not going to get bored of it because I go from day to day to day. Well, for Lori, that doesn't work, because Lori likes to really stitch on something for 3 straight days or in a row. So she has picked 15 different projects, and she's going to stitch 3 days in a row on the same project. Her goal is not to finish any of them, except she is going to finish Pumpkins for Sale, and she probably will finish her mix and match. So those are going to be her 2 priorities, because those are obviously her designs. She's going to get those done. She's picked 12 other things, or 14 other things. She's going to stitch 16 things, 3 days each. So she's going to go 48 days, and I'm going to show you everything she's doing next week. We want to have time to get all her patterns in stock, and some of them, if they're discontinued or something, have the answer on if we have it or if we don't, and give you information. And also, she's going to be stitching on some of her new cloth, and we want to have time to get that on our coming soon page, so that the second you see it, you can click and you'll know when it comes in. So we're going to show her next week. And next week, we're also going to show different things that I have done over time. I did want to show last year's Stitch-Tober. This is what we did last year. This is also a mix and match setting. That is, the border is free. You can see that I did mine in different colors than Lori. And these are all Lori Holt stitch cards. And that is what we did last year. So you can see that we kind of went a little crazy this year and we're doing more. But next week I am going to show you finished fall items that either I have finished or Cheryl has finished or Denise has finished or anything that we have that's just an inspiration, because we want you to see what something looks like finished. Because if you see it finished, you will know, do you really like it? Do you really want to spend money on it? Maybe you hate it. And so we're always trying to give you inspiration and show you different things stitched so you can tell what you like and what you know, what will inspire you to do something for your house. I'm excited to do that next week, because then I can decorate my house, because I got to take everything home and decorate.
All right. One more question before we move on. We do have more, but I'm going to save those for later in the show. From Nadine Merrick, the hands-on designs Let's Talk Autumn pattern has a small sign on the pattern saying Let's Talk Spring, Winter, Summer. Are they all included, or will you get them in?
So they are not included. It is going to be a 4-part series. So Kathy Haberman started with Autumn. Then she will release Christmas, then Spring, then Summer. Now, yesterday she sent to the stores a list of the colors used in Christmas. So that's great. So we're already going to order the threads so we can offer a kit. I haven't seen Christmas, and so I would love to see it. But yes, I have not seen it, but that's just showing you that there will be 4 eventually. But she did start with Autumn, and I will probably do, if they all look about the same, I'll probably do all of them. It's just like with the Chalkful, I did all of them. With Trucking Along, I will do all of them. So usually if I start a series, I finish it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going to try to get August and September done before Stitch-Tober, so that I keep going and I don't give up. Okay, so I want to show you Prim Stitch series by Lori Holt. This is the very first one, and I have seen some comments on that I wanted to talk about on Facebook and Instagram. Is I stitched mine on 25 count Prim with Aurifloss. Now, to save money, Lori has given a DMC option. Some of you don't like the red in the DMC. Just remember that when we color convert, Aurifloss is not going to be exactly the same as DMC. So anytime you convert something, nothing will be exactly the same. So if you don't like the red, you can change it, but just know that if you're using DMC and we stitched in Aurifloss, it's not going to look the same, because they're not the same companies. In any of the Lori Holt patterns, we list exactly what we stitch on so that you can know. So if you, so this is part 1. This is a club, so this has shipped. This is part 2. I stitched all of these, and Lori Holt finished all of them using her Prim fabric collection and her neutral lace and her frame, and she painted them. And on every pattern, we list what paint she uses and the fabric. So this is part 2. This is part 3. So if you are not in the club and you would like this pattern, Denise put it online this week, and this is available now. And the reason I wanted to show you Prim is to show you that if you wanted to frame it, you can buy the medium square vintage frame, and it comes white, and you could just do all of them in this, not paint it, and you can switch out your projects. So you can just buy one frame and switch it out. On the back, we have labeled everything with the library cards by Lori Holt. And the reason I wanted to show you this today is because I am the one stitching the samples, and I finished part 7, and I'm going to flash it on the back. Woo! So that's a sneak peek of 7. And then I was going to let you know that I also started 8, so I can't show it to you. I am stitching with the Prim Aura Floss Box. I use this to put in my lap. It is a design board. It's actually a medium design board. And I am going to finish part 8 by Sunday. So I did 7 last week. I'm going to do 8 this week and then probably 9 next week. And that way I'll be caught up with what Lori has stitched. So again, this is a pattern club. If you sign up now, you will get the past patterns. And you can also just buy them individually if you would like to buy them individually.
All right. Questions from Colleen Fritman. Can you let us know if the project is beginner friendly? And I think they were asking about the Stitch-Tober stuff.
Yes, most of what I picked is stitch very easy. I am a big believer in, one of the things that I like is I like to be able to start and finish, because then I can make more stuff. So some people say that that takes the joy out of it for them, and that's totally okay. Everybody should do it the way they want to do it. I like to be able to start and finish, and so I love Aida. I love all the floss. I love to do anything fast. I will never pick anything super hard. You're going to see in Lori's stuff that she has picked harder stuff, and that's her style. And you're going to love some of what she's doing.
From Christy Collins, any ideas yet on what we can stitch on Lori Holt's project bag?
Oh, I'm going to call Lori and we're going to come up with something.
Ooh.
How about that? Denise, can you email me that? Yeah, Lori can like design a little chart to go on it. And she's going to have another bag coming up. So when this Prim bag sells out, you're not going to be able to get it. And her next bag is a different size, different color, different look, different everything. So I have like 5 of them. You're going to see, because I have this, I'm working on Prim, and then I have it for Stitch-Tober. And the way that I do it is anything that I'm stitching Lori Holt, I put in a Lori Holt bag. Because then that helps me go, okay, where's Lori's stuff? Okay, look for the red. Now, of course, all of you are probably not stitching as many things as I am, but I've got buckets everywhere. I've got a bucket at home. I've got a bucket here. I got a bucket of stuff, so I'm trying to finish all my stuff. I did get a lot done this weekend, though, with that day, extra day.
From Jenny Lombardo, which has more variegation, Weeks Dye Works or Cotton Color Works?
I think it varies skein to skein rather than company to company. And it really, I mean, one Weeks Dye Works skein might be the same as another. It's all relative. So there's not like a right or wrong answer, I guess I would say. The color in cotton is, you get 8 yards versus 5. So you get a little bit more bang for your buck.
I'm sorry, it was Classic Color Works, not Cotton Color Works.
That's okay. So color and cotton is what I was talking about. Color and cotton has 8 yards. We will be having that, all the colors online soon. Classic Color Works, Weeks, all of the companies, it's all relative. Skein to skein is what I would say. And some people, what they do, one thing that they do is they'll go to a needlework store, and people who love a lot of variegation will pick through and pick the one that has the most variegation rather than buying it online. Some people like me, I don't care a thing about the variegation. So if it was me in a store, I would pick the least variegation. So that's an option. If you really want a lot of variegation, go to your local needlework store and you can kind of pick through what they have.
Okay. And from Mary Lou Kleiner, I'm making the mix and match. How do I find the chart with the symbols and DMC colors for each pattern?
Go to Fat Quarter Shop and search Mix and Match, and you can download that free, and it has everything you need on it. It has the DMC colors, it has the charts, it has everything. And it's also on a blog post.
And then we also have a pop-up of Lori's Prim stitch that she stitched together.
Oh, yeah. So this is when she was at part 3. She's also stitching on the same exact cloth as me, which is Prim, and the Aura Floss. And that was when she was at part 3. She's now at she's done all the way through 9, so I'm trying to catch up with her. We like to stitch kind of the same things on the same day so we can text each other. But this was when she was at part 3, and oh my gosh, that angel, it reminds me of my Aunt Bee, because she always would draw angels when I was little.
Oh.
She's like an artist, and she just always would draw that stuff, so I'll have to show it to her. Haven't seen her, like, that's like my one thing, is like my Aunt Bee and my Uncle John. They're some of my favorite people, and I haven't seen them since Christmas. No, I saw him in January. I did see him in January.
From Sonia Fisk, please see if Lori Holt would do Be Happy in cross stitch.
She will.
Ooh. Okay. And we do have more questions, but I'm also going to save those for a little later.
Okay.
In the show.
So the next thing I'm going to show you is snapshots. I wanted to show you, because we've picked, Denise and Cody picked the colors for the next one. So this is a club. It will start in 2021. It will ship in the very early part of the month. We are using Farmhouse 10 Count by Lori Holt. The patterns are by Pine Mountain Designs. I'm stitching all of them. You will get enough floss to do the entire chart. You will also get a conversion chart that tells you, basically at the bottom, it'll tell you the name and what we used. So you will get a conversion chart that Denise has put together. And I wanted to show you now that we have got more done. So I stitched January. They will all be on the same fabric. They will all use DMC, and they will all be conversions that we came up with. This is my second favorite. Oh my gosh, look at the little lovebirds. The eyes, I don't know, the eyes look funny to me, but that's how they were charted. They're like looking at each other. And then I did May out of order. This is a frame that we got at Hobby Lobby. The information on the frame is on our blog if you want to get this exact frame. Now you only need to buy one frame. The reason we bought 12 is so that we can show, and we have a finishing video that you can get all the information on the frame. And this is May. I started with this one because it was my favorite design. But I wanted to show you that this week, one of the fun things that we did is we have one of the farmhouse in our office. This is the 10 count and the color. This is how we pick colors. So we take a Lori Holt design board because it has white on it. Whenever you're picking floss, you want to have something white so that you're not putting it on like brown or black. So we first pick the colors. This is March. It's got a little lion and a kite and a sheep. So we start here, and then we look at it on the fabric. So that is how March will look. So if you're in the club, that is what you can expect for March. The design is so cute. So again, in the club, you get the fabric, the pattern, and the DMC with our conversions. This is April. I think this one's going to be beautiful. So look how pretty that is. So again, when you're picking floss, start with white and then put it on your fabric to make sure. That will help you not make the mistake that I just made with the black on the black. And now I have to go back in my book and erase the fabric and then replace it. But that's okay. That's fun. Maybe Priscilla might have emailed me to tell me at the end of it. I don't know. Hopefully I would have caught it.
All right, from Cynthia Schwank, I have a few of the snapshots. Can I join the club and skip the months I have?
No, so if that's too difficult because we package everything, I would just sell your other ones on Etsy maybe, or eBay, or give them to a friend. That's really the only way. And we will put our conversion of what we put in the club on the blog after the club members get it. So if you really want to do it and you don't, you will be able to, I will give you the DMC even if you're not in the club. That's just a service we're going to provide. We're just not going to put it on there until after the club ships because, you know, they should get it first.
From Sharon Shergold, with the cloth club for New Year, will the same colors be offered?
We will be just, so if it's the Witchell Club or the Fabric Flare Club, those will all be different colors, new colors. So we kind of, Denise and I picked those, but we do kind of wait until we see if they have new colors to add. And so we'll list, but you won't get duplicates, if that's what you mean. And I hope I am answering the question right.
From Princess P. Holly Martin, are you going to design a container for the Floss Biddies, or is there a
Yes.
container you recommend?
We are working on that. Jocelyn is already working on it. We kind of have an idea. I wanted to have a snap lid, so she has requested some samples.
From Deborah Schultz, is there a thread kit for Let's Talk Autumn?
Yes. No. There is a kit. Cross-stitch kit. So instead of doing a fabric pack, we did a cross-stitch kit, which includes the pattern, the fabric, and the floss. But on our website, we do list on the pattern, if you click on the pattern and you scroll down, we list everything that Kathy has on her patterns with what she recommends.
From Susan Graves, may I please ask when November trucking along it will ship?
Thursday. The Floss Whisperer. She knows the answers.
She whispers the answers in our ears.
Yeah. Oh, that's duh.
She literally whispers to me sometimes and it tickles. Anyways. From Iris Rivera, can you wash the screen printed fabric?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, more questions, but we can save those for later.
Okay, I wanted to let you know that the Bonnie and Camille quilt book just came out. This is primarily a quilt book. It's $29.95, but it does have a cross-stitch pattern in it. So I wanted to show you because this just arrived. This is the sample that is in the book. This is a white frame, and then we just finished on top with some sticky board. So we are going to do a sew along with this starting next March. And this is the 25 count Cloud by Lori Holt. That's what Camille used. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find an 18 count white. Denise is on the hunt so that I can find one because I want mine to be smaller than this. So I just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in this cross stitch design, it's only available in the book. It will not be available separately. So just to let you know, this came in. It came in a couple weeks early, so that's super exciting. She does have some items that go with it. So again, this is the 25 count Cloud by Lori. There are 2 charms. These just go on your bag. So there's a star and a block. And so you can see both of these are in the design. So this goes with this. And this goes with this.
Can we show the charms on top camera?
Oh, sorry, yes.
That's okay.
Yes, of course. So there we go. And there we go. Well, it's kind of...
Hey.
And then there are 2 needle reminders. One is the bee, and that matches this. And one is just a sewing machine, and that's not on the chart. So I just wanted to show you the stitch along will start in March, and it will end in June. So you have plenty of time to pick up your stuff. I'm going to stitch on an 18 count because I do have a goal of 2021 is working with more Aida because I can go faster, I can get more done, and I want mine to be much smaller. So let me know if y'all have any questions on this. It is based on the quilt that is on the cover of the book.
All right. I will say those magnets are very strong.
They're very strong, and we will never make another needle minder that big or that strong or anything because Camille wanted it, and we do try to do whatever the authors want, but it came out just too strong, and we didn't know that it was going to, so we're going to limit our needle minders. But I guess because it has so many colors and layers, and when we got the sample, the sample didn't exactly match the... So sometimes when you get stuff made, it doesn't come out exactly right, so we're not 100% happy with it, but I do have them on my dryer. So I put my needle minders on my dryer, and then the other day I had so many. Kevin is very picky. I'm very picky. Our house, we did a whole, oh my gosh, we did a spring cleaning. So Lori was like, can you FaceTime me? I was like, no, I can't. I'm spring cleaning. I've got all 6 people in this house cleaning. I couldn't believe it. And she goes, Kim, it's not spring, it's fall cleaning. I was like, whatever's going on in this house, I love it. We cleaned the whole house. And so when I was doing it, Kevin kind of gave a look to the dryer, and I could tell he didn't like it. So I moved all the needle minders to the other side because I could tell that he was like, that looks messy. Because we try not to have too much clutter. So we had the kids go through like stuffies they didn't want, or games, or like we had a bunch of Uno games where somebody, I'm not going to name which kid, always loses the cards, so you can't play with it anymore. So we're like, okay, we're going to throw it away in the recycling because somebody likes to hide it's a game within a game. He likes to hide the Uno. He takes all the Unos out.
That's funny.
And throws them, like, doesn't throw them away, but like puts them in his room because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
And I guess Lily thinks it's funny.
Think
I don't think it's funny. But we have like wrestling Uno. We have all the different, we have the WWE Uno. It's all, yes, we have all of them.
Do you have dos? That's
I think so. I think we do. I think we do.
Funny.
I don't think we still have it anymore. But we are queen of having the Uno and then throwing the Unos out.
Oh.
And then we'll replace them because you can take them when we travel. Like when we went to Dallas, we took them to play. But yes, we have one child that he's very funny. He's probably watching tonight. He watches all my stuff. And can you stop hiding the Unos? Thank you.
That's funny. Note on the needle minders too. We have one on the fridge, in our little fridge in the film room.
Oh yeah.
Very cute.
And then if I just want one, I can just go get it and then just put a little magnet on it and then put it back. But that way I can see them. Like when I do the laundry, I can see all the pretty stuff.
They're very pretty. From Lisa Norton, will there be a container to keep the Lori Holt stitch cards?
Oh yes, it is in the works. It will be early 2021. We are sourcing different samples, and it's going to be very library cardish, but we're kind of still working on the design and the material and the packaging.
From Sandra Skoneski, are the stitch card pillows stitched on gray?
Oh, these are stitched on overcast, 25 count, and Lori finished them, and you can see a tutorial, so I'll show them to you up close. This is stitch card F. These are stitched on 25 count overcast. You can probably get maybe 12 made out of one. You would have a lot left over. And she has a video tutorial on Lori Holt YouTube, and she shows you exactly how to finish them just like this. And these are little wool pieces from her wool layer cakes. And then these are buttons from her button packs. And she has a bowl, and she has all of them finished that way, so that she can just put the ones that are in season at the top.
Yeah. Lori also said, I designed a strong and large needle minder because it goes on her design board, holds scissors as well as needles. It's a vintage daisy, and it's new this week.
Yay.
That's cool.
So I think that Riley Blake made those, and hopefully we will have them in stock soon. We don't have them yet. They haven't arrived to us yet. So I'm going to show you whips because we have been working on other things also. So this is my new piggy bag. Look at Piggy.
Aww.
That Dada Goose made me. And I worked on this. I was going to the pool, and at the pool I cannot do 25 count because I can't see the holes as good. So I started this Sunday night, and this is the August trucking along. And so what I did is, there is a chicken here. So I took the photo. Denise showed me again how to flip it, and I put a beehive here. Today I'm going to finish all the brown within here and start the truck. At the bottom there are 3 beehives and 2 chickens. I'm going to somehow take the chickens out. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to put Piggy on the truck. So that is what I meant about finding my old cross stitch journal. On the July, which I did like 3 or 4 months ago, I put a Piggy. She drew, Priscilla drew the Piggy. She did a kitty and a cat and put it on her blog. So if you want to know how to put a dog on your truck, it's on her blog, which is priscillas2000.blogspot.com. But I am going to ask her how to change this so I can take the chickens out. So this, I started this Sunday, so I've got a lot done. This will be done this week, but this is one of my whips. The other whips are Denise's. So what fabric is this? Oh, 28 count black Jobelin that we sell. And she is stitching the new Witch Please. This is available as a PDF on Fat Quarter Shop and on the Stitching with the Housewives Etsy shop. Every Friday in October, they will have a new cup with the Halloween. So look how much she got done.
So
see, I can't see that 28 count. I can't see those holes. And she's ahead of me, and she's on September. She's using the same fabric, and she's using the called for colors. She's using DMC, and so she's going to do hers as 2 pieces, whereas you can see that when I do it as 1 piece. So I just put the header on top, and I leave 1 or 2 spaces between, depending what I feel like that day or what I think will look best. And Denise is going to do hers separately. And you can tell the black. This is black Jobelin. This is true black. This would be harder to stitch on. It would be harder for me to see. First of all, I wouldn't do it because it's 28 count, and I cannot even see brown 28 count. I really cannot see the holes. You can ask Denise. I can't see anything. Yesterday I had on a mask, and it was interfering with my bifocals, and I was like, stop, I have to take my mask off and switch masks because I can't breathe. It wasn't that I couldn't breathe, but I guess the mask was pushing my glasses up, and when it pushed the glasses up, I couldn't see out of the lines. This is a chalkboard. Denise is laughing at me, but she knows it's true. Because I couldn't see. I was like, oh, I gotta change because I can't see. So this is chalkboard, and this is why I do chalkboard, so I can see it. And then there's another one that is also Denise's because she is going crazy stitching.
Oh, Halloween.
Look at October.
Ooh.
She has October finished at the top, and it's got my favorite thing, candy corn. So she has the top done, and this is going to be one of my Stitch-Tobers. So let me know if you have questions on anything, any of that, especially Denise is here so she can tell me the answer. She can whisper the answer. But yes, this is harder to see, but I in general cannot see 28 count. I have thought about getting the lens replacement because cataracts run in my family, so I know that I'm going to have them. I have 2 uncles that are blind in one eye because cataracts. So it's kind of one of those things, but I refuse to do it because they won't put me to sleep, and I'm too scared to do it.
Oof, that is scary.
I'm chicken.
That's okay. Yeah, it's okay to be scared. Princess P, Holly Martin, what day do the Stitching with the Housewives Halloween ornament patterns release?
So this is number 2 in the ornaments. This came out this morning. So this is Spooky Haunts. You can download this on our website, or you can purchase it from Stitching with the Housewives on Etsy or on Fat Quarter Shop. It's a PDF. They will have, Priscilla and Chelsea will have 4 ornaments. I'm going to show you, I've already made this, and Priscilla finished it, and so she's sitting it back. So next week I'm going to be able to show you the first 3 ornaments finished. I've done them. They're so cute. And she stitched them on her Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. That has not shipped from Henry Glass. I'm going to be emailing them today. Can you email me that, Denise? To ask them when it's shipping because so many of you are asking. So I'm going to try to get more of a specific date from them on when that is arriving. But Priscilla was so nice and she finished them for me. So every Wednesday in September, there will be a Halloween ornament. There's 4. There will be 4 cups that are also Halloween on Fridays. So trucks Wednesday, cups Friday. And that is the Witch Please is the one that Denise is working on.
From Gail Stale, did Denise do the quarter stitch on October top?
No. I didn't know there was a quarter stitch, but I can already tell you that I did not, and I will not do a quarter stitch. We were gonna do a video on how to do quarter and half stitches, and I decided I'm not gonna do it because I don't love it, and I started working on it and I just don't love it enough, and I'm not gonna do a video that I don't love, so I just said no. Because sometimes you can just say no. Just say no.
Yes, I love that. From Terry Lane, funny comment, they said, and candy corn debate 2020 begins.
I know, I love candy corn.
So let us know in the comments.
Some people hate candy corn and some people love candy corn. I love candy corn. It reminds me of, I'm going to show my age right here. When I was little, my mom would take me to Sears, and Sears had a candy department, and it was like you could pick your candy and you could say, I want $1 worth of candy or whatever, and you could get a little bit or a lot. So if I was good, I would get a lot of candy corn, and if I was bad, I wouldn't get very much. So that's how me and my brother, she made us behave by bribing us to take us to Sears, because that's where we would get like our appliances, some of our clothes, and my I'm not going to call her grandmother, she was not my grandmother, but she was my step-grandmother, and she worked at Sears, so sometimes, we would go to see her.
Yes. See, I think candy corn's adorable, but I won't eat it. I don't think
No,
I don't think it tastes good.
Ew, with sugar.
For me.
It is good. I love
it's all sugar. But I love like candy corn, like pillows, and like, don't you have the little like not cross stitch, the
oh, I need to
crochet
bring
thing?
that. Okay, I'll bring that. So one of my customers made me little candy corns, and they're crocheted. They're in my storage unit. So I'm going to be pulling out everything, not this weekend, but next weekend, and so I'll bring them to show you. But yes, I have everything. All my October is in the storage unit, and they are so cute. And she made one for all of us, and Kevin has one, and my kids have one. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yes. So,
but Kevin can't have his. I have to have it in my sewing room because I put all my candy corns on my table.
Oh, that's adorable.
He can't have it.
Okay, question from R. Elemen. If you sign up for Trucking Along Club, how do you get the other months?
You have to buy the kits, which are sold separately.
From Karen Schmader, how do you figure out where to start, like the Prim sampler?
I would start in the top left. Some people start in the center. Center's kind of like the way that people did it in the old days. I just usually start in the top left. Now, Chelsea, she says she starts in the bottom left. So it's kind of however your mind works, but she stitches from top to bottom. I stitch from bottom to top. So however you stitch and however you think, whatever you feel like if there's something in the bottom left you like, start there. Start wherever you want. There's no rules.
All right, and we do have questions, but I'm going to save those for later.
Okay, so I am going to show my framed finish for this week. So this is so cute, right?
Yes.
It's Sip of the Seasons, Jolly Saint Nick and Rudolph. It is by Stitching with the Housewives, and I stitched it in Jolly July, and the way that I divided it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I did do the back stitch because it's my last name. So I'm super excited. Yes, so thank you to Priscilla. She finished it for me. And this is Hobby Lobby number 1642297. And this is a note so that we can put on our library card. We just got it back and we haven't had time to fill out our library card yet. And I wanted to show you what's new. These came yesterday. They are so cute. So these will be going on my bags.
Ooh.
These are brand new needle minders by Bev McCullough of Flamingo Toes. She's the one that she has some cross stitch patterns, and we just did the sew along. What was it called?
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain. So it's the same designer, and these are gonna go on my Stitching with Housewives bags. I don't even like cats, but I like this cat.
They're so cute.
I know, right? She's fancy cat.
Fancy.
And then we have some new patterns. Wee Santa 2020. So Heart in Hand does a Wee Santa every year. It's always a big fat round Santa. That's kind of the theme of it, is like the round Santa. So that came. Creeping It Round, which is super cute. And we do sell this little bowl that you can put it on. Heart in Hand also has the Robin sampler. And Prairie Schooler Bump in the Night is one of their earlier charts that Hoffman reprinted. So that is what's new. And our flash sales for today are Summer Seascape by Country Cottage Needleworks and Summer. It's a season sampler Summer. And I wanted to let you guys know that I was featured on Fiber Talk with Gary Parr. It is available on YouTube or a podcast app. I really thank him for the opportunity to be featured because a lot of people emailed me that never heard of Fat Quarter Shop, so thank you for the opportunity. And I'm happy to answer any questions, but I would love for you to go watch it, comment, so that I can be featured more.
Inez Harrell at the beginning of the show had said, "Great Fiber Talk video. Thanks again for sharing."
Oh, thank you. We filmed it a long, long time ago, so I'm excited.
Yes. R. Element asking about Serendipity. Is it beginner friendly?
Oh, yes, definitely. That one is very beginner friendly.
From Maripat McNamara, Kimberly, do you initial and date your work? If so, where?
I don't. What I do is this. I put the library card on the back. On the back, I have Katie Williams. She's got beautiful handwriting.
She does.
Denise and I write out what she's going to put on it. She does it for me, or Lori does it if Lori finishes. And it has all the information, and you can just tape it on the back. And I used to do stickers on the back, but it's just too much start and stop of having to design a sticker. So Lori had actually just done that for me just because she thought it was cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, Lori, we have got to make this a notion. So we made a notion. So it was, she just had old library cards and we based it on that. Of course, changed the color, changed the lines, made it Lori.
Lorified it. Lorified.
That's a good word.
Thank you.
It can be a verb.
Yeah, Lorified. Cutified, Lorified. Sorry. From Katie Mickey Nag, how do you determine what size to cut your cloth based on the pattern?
So I figure out the finished size, what it will finish at with the cloth I'm using, and I add 4 inches. Some people add 6 inches. I prefer to add 2 inches all the way around. So I add 4, but if you want to be careful, do 6.
From Nita Pool, when a project uses beads, where do you get the beads?
So we don't sell a lot of the beads, but Mill Creek Mill Hill. Oh my gosh. I'm like, Mill Hill, they sell them online. And they make the beads, and that's where I would get them.
From Nana T. Saint Hilaire, just jumped in, and I have a question. I am going to start the Prim cross stitch on 14 count. What size fabric do I need? Sorry if it's been asked before.
We're going to get the answer, and I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break real quick and come back. So can you just do the screen?
Oh yeah, I can do
Sorry.
the screen.
Okay, and I'm back. So
20 and a half by 25.
20 and a half by 25 and a quarter is the size for
3-inch border.
with a 3-inch border. If you're using 14 count on the Prim as one big bull piece. And we do have a lot of detail on that on our blog. And it is a free, the border is free, and then the insides are separate. So you can either buy it separately or make it one big piece. So Lori's making it one big piece, and I'm doing them individually.
All right, from Pokey Little Pineapple, Kimberly, when did the trend for stitching on black fabric start?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't create it, though. Maybe Priscilla did. I think what Priscilla stitches on, I do want to answer this because we do get a lot of questions. Priscilla stitches on Monaco Black. Monaco Black is no longer made. We have asked for them to bring it back. Maybe I'll email them again today and just be like, hey, Monaco Black. I'll email them today. But they're just not making it anymore. So Priscilla and Chelsea used to buy Aida bolts at Joann's, and they stitch on what they have left over. There is no longer Aida Black. Monaco Black. Sorry, Monaco is made by Aida. By DMC. Sorry, DMC. So Monaco Black is no longer made. That's what they stitch on. So they think a comparable product is Linda 27 Black, and we have that in stock. So if you want something similar to what Priscilla and Chelsea do, you can use the Linda. And I just like to use the Witchell 14 count chalkboard black. I love Aida. I can stitch faster, and I like the grayness of it.
From Christine Brooks, will the floss packs for Jolly St. Nick be available soon?
Yes, we're waiting on black coffee, which is totally out of stock everywhere, and we have it on order. And as soon as we get an order, we will be able to make different packs. Every pack we're sold out of online is waiting on black coffee.
From C&M Flowers, when you cross stitch on a bag or something that will be used frequently, is there a backing you iron on to keep your stitches from coming out with washing or using?
Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 bags. The first bag, this is called Gingham on the Go. It is the same material that Lori's is made out of. They're both mesh. It's printed on, so we buy mesh. You print on the mesh. So on this one, I stitched, and I did not put anything on the back because I wanted to be able to see through, and I just tried to make my back neat. Now I did do a video on this, and it is on our Flosstube channel. So this one does not have a back. This one does. This one we also have a free video on how to make, and this has an inside lining, and in between it has some batting or soft and stable. I can't remember which we use. I think it's soft and stable. So it kind of just depends, and of course you can do whatever you would like. We try to come up with ideas to give you, and you can either follow them or not. You don't have to do exactly what we do. Those are just 2 options that we have free videos for on Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel, and if you haven't, definitely subscribe and hit the little bell. In the top right corner of our channel, if you click the bell, it'll say, do you want to be notified of all videos or personalized? Personalized means they're going to give it to you every now and then, so YouTube doesn't bug you too much. But if you want to see all of ours, just click all.
From Heejan Kim, is Snow Village will match with 14 count pewter?
Yes, I think it will.
From Beth Allen, any chance you might do an Aura Floss Club so I can build up my collection? I love it since using it on my Prim Stitch series.
Right now, no, and the reason why is it's really hard to just get deliveries right now, so not right now.
Okay.
But we will be doing more R-filled boxes with Lori.
From Anne-Marie Makowski, when will Linda cloth be back in stock?
It will be 2 to 3 weeks.
From Susan,
it's already been ordered. It's been on order for quite a while. Everything is kind of just delayed, so as soon as we get it, we'll cut it, put it online.
Okay. From Susan Ingalls, is Linda dyeable?
I would think so.
Jillian Bellin said I should do jokes at intermission.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
Oh, no.
Okay, good. That's a great idea.
Okay.
That's a great idea because so last week, I'll just admit it. Last week we ended the video early because I had to go to the bathroom because I'm drinking a ton of water. I'm trying to be more healthy, or I'm trying to be healthier. So one of the things I have found is I can drink more water in the morning rather than in the afternoon. I'm just too full. So I still want to drink my water. So we're going to have intermission on all live streams because I don't want to have to end it early, but it's embarrassing. But you know, when you hit 40, I'm telling you, everything goes downhill. When you hit 40, forget it. Everything's over. So live your lives, girls. All you two in the background, live your lives. And when you hit 40, you're going to be like, yeah, Kimberly was right.
Oh, in the meantime, we'll tell jokes.
Yeah.
From Pam L, I get confused on how many threads to use on different cloth counts. What is the rule?
So we have a cross stitch key, and I don't have it in here because I left my bag in my office downstairs. But we do have a key, and it has the information on it. You can also just Google and just say what size tapestry needle would you use with which cloth. But our cross stitch key has that on there, and that the reason we put it on there is because I also couldn't remember, and so now if I need it, I just pull it out of my bag.
Goose Design Denise was asking, how is Piggy? Bark, bark, bark.
Oh my gosh, he's so good. He's a little baby.
I saw a littler Piggy the other day walking around in Austin, and he
Like a petite one?
like a baby one, like a puppy one, and I was like, I was losing it. It was cute.
So we took him to the vet, and he does not behave at the vet at all. He's really bad at the vet, and they were like, he needs to lose weight. He's gained 3 pounds. I'm like, I have got the skinniest pug we have ever seen. Like, most pugs are super overweight and fat. So I was just like to the veterinarian, like, oh, my pug is fine. He's so skinny. Like, I have got the healthiest pug. Where he goes to daycare, they're always like, oh my gosh, he's the best behaved pug. Because pugs are very obstinate. They do not listen very good. That is like known as part of the breed. But he's very underweight. So I was like, he is not losing 3 pounds. And it's probably because we haven't been walking in the neighborhood, because we always walk, but it's just too hot right now.
And then earlier I missed a super chat from Myagia Osby for $2.99. So we're doing it now. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're getting lots of great comments, funny comments about age in the chat. So I will make sure to share those with you later. They are great to read.
Awesome. So guys, have a great week. Definitely join Lori Holt and I in Stitch-Tober, and we will have more inspiration for you next week. And please subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you then.
Bye, everyone.